It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. He fields it from the 8. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Jaguar. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. We'll need to pause now after our first play. One of the D linemen injured on it, and medical staff out now to look at him. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. 3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
Kate, you're not going to find a quarterback that will tell you it's not easier to play at home. It is in the playoffs. Right, the crowd is on your side, no travel. I think equally every quarterback will tell you there's nothing more rewarding, more fulfilling than going into somebody else's house and beating them. He's got that chance today.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd down pass play coming. Connects here with Jalen Noel. And he's going to head this up just a little bit shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Jaguar 1st down.
Setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Now he'll throw off the play fake.
at the 25-yard line.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
And a Rick Strong on the coverage.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 1st down now. Ball at the 33.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down.
They are throwing it again. Finds him over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
They'll go play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Danny Stutzman comes up with it. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. That one's complete, right side. It is officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. This is Gibbs on second down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Daniels setting up the play action. All the left side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Second and 3 now.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Daniels. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. One drawn up here for Daniels. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he gets this forward to the 19. We're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Fields this one at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? When you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense help with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again. That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throwing again on second and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. First down, play action. That's completed right side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
At the 36-yard line.
Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Here he goes, third and long. Caught. This is Nolan. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
That's another Jaguars first down. A gain of 19 yards.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. It's the Broncos out in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. To throw here on first down. He's got a man left. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Brings up second and 8. At the Broncos.
Back to throw now. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Throwing from the gun here. Caught by his back. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Here he is now, third and goal. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a second quarter lead. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Starting from the 5. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Second and 3 now.
At the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Now Daniels off the play action. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Third and 8.
To the air on third and long. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Broncos take a second quarter lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown.
Hey, Kay, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking first down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Broncos push their lead to 3.
Broncos 10. Jaguars 7.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. He's brought down just inside the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Hand off to the back. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Connecting on the slant. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
3rd and long for him here. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Denver sets to take the field on offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Daniels keeps it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. He's got it on the bootleg. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Hits him on the out route. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So it'll be 2nd and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. Offense to the line, 2nd down. They'll throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Has his man caught by Odunze. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st down.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20.
They'll work against the blitz. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks the tackle. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead.
14, Broncos 10.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Room to work at the 35. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. Prior to 1st down, they decided to call a timeout.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Daniels. High pack Bryant. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
It's now
3rd and 2. Now Daniels. It's caught. Chase has it. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
It's a game of 48 yards. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 4-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Big moment here in this divisional round game, Brock, as they line up for 3rd and goal. Daniels now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way. I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drawing up the design keeper. So just a 1-point game here at the break, Brock, as we go over to the EA Sports Halftime Reports with our buddy Scott Hansen.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the 2nd half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our 3rd quarter. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Jacksonville has its offense out there to start this 3rd quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
He finds Odunze running the slant. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back now, pressure coming. He has the first over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A gain of 12. And the Jaguars first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Throwing now on first down. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Bruce Sanders that time on the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the second down.
At the 50-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
50-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. The Jaguars in a punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And that is how you get a team deep. That hits and careens out of bounds at the 3. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
Back to Gibbs now on second. They'll cobble together a yard there. That tackle made by Kobe Turner.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and short, Daniels. Brings in the lob pass. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
That's good for our Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Cut down by Caleb Ransaw. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Screen here for Gibbs. Spins out of one stop. Nice run across the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 4-yard line.
To throw, Daniels. And they're looking to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
So the offense out there, the Broncos making the call to go for two here.
The Broncos will line up for the two-point
Play action now with Daniels. And they beat the defense with the throw and get two following the touchdown. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for two.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a two-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get two.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Another carry for him. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw here. They'll set up the screen. Here's a Dunze. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. All twitched up. They were ready to get it on 3rd and inches, but now a much different situation awaiting them after that false start. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And this is down all the way to the 3. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. That's to Dunze again. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. It's a Dunze touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Gibbs now from the gun. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Another one for Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Play action now. Daniels finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Only one quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. Here's first and 10 from the 47. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's second down.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Daniels. He takes it himself. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming third down.
Brings up third and 4.
Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. They're going option keeper on first and 10. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 20.
They can keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Now Daniels to throw. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Let's see what they went with. Third down.
Brings up third down.
Third and long for him here. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And they do not break the tie here in the fourth.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Throwing off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one does not go far.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
Back to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's keeping it. Running in the red zone. A pickup of 17. And the Jaguars have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Working inside the red zone. There is that man again, Adunze. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Rome Odunze touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Broncos running their offense out once again. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Daniels. Dump off caught by his back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
He'll throw it. It's caught. Chase has it. Free inside the 30. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Noel to return this. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
At the 27-yard line.
They're throwing it. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far. Third down here, need 8 on the play.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's going to run for it. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Jaguars with a little more work to do to win it here. Here's the backup. First throw. Dumped off to his running back. Down the sideline past the 40. And he gets out of bounds, gets them the first down as well, and moves them into field goal range.
First and 10 at the 38.
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
The coverage by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Now to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Setting up to pass. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
He'll look to throw it. Has the connection to Odunze. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Sending him on the dive. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Second and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
No gain on the play.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Throwing now. Setting up the running back screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. This is one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. This is from 35 out on the left hash. That one is good. And they're going to play for the conference championship next week. The Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars, as we'll see you next time from Denver.